We begin our lessons about the life of Jesus by picking up the story when Jesus was about 12 years old. So what we know is that Joseph, the father of Jesus, was a carpenter. And because Jesus was the eldest, he would have helped his father in the workshop, as you can see here on the picture. So much of his early days would have been helping his father to learn the trade of a carpenter, making furniture and making all kinds of wood equipment. As Jesus grew up, the Bible tells us that he became stronger in spirit and that he was filled with wisdom. So when Jesus was about 12 years old, Joseph and Mary went to Jerusalem as they did every year to celebrate the Passover. The Passover started many, many years ago when the Israelites were still in Egypt as slaves, and they put lamb's blood on their doorposts so that the Lord passed over their doors and their firstborns would not be killed. And God told the people to keep this memorial every year to celebrate this time. And it is for this special time, the Passover, that Mary, Joseph, and Jesus went to Jerusalem. When they reached Jerusalem, the city was full of people. The streets were crowded. Everywhere you looked, there were people. And Mary, Joseph, and Jesus and the rest of the family found their way through the crowds. Mary and Joseph then decided to go to the temple. After Mary and Joseph finished worshipping at the temple, when they came back, they discovered that Jesus was not where he was supposed to be. He wasn't with their friends and with their family. And so they started looking for him. They went down the streets, looked around the corners, everywhere to find him, and they were really, really worried. Along the way, they stopped and they asked people, "Did you maybe see a little boy about 12 years old? He's this high. Please, we're looking for him. He's our son." They looked everywhere and asked so many people. Mary must have thought that her little baby boy, born 12 years ago, was lost, and she must have really, really been worried, wondering if she was ever going to see him again. Mary and Joseph and the rest of the family also looked on the streets where the children were playing. But even here, they could not find Jesus. They found many children playing, but Jesus, their son, was not there. After searching for 3 days and being worried sick, at last they found Jesus at the temple. They didn't expect to find him there. They thought he would be on the streets playing with the children. But he was sitting in the temple amongst big men, teaching them about the Word of God, teaching them about the books in the Old Testament, what the prophets said. And they were amazed at what he told them. They couldn't believe that a 12-year-old boy had such knowledge. And this is where Mary and Joseph found their son. After they found him, they were so relieved that they had him back, because he was their firstborn and they loved him. But they were also very upset. And so they spoke to him about this and warned him never to do this again, to stray away from them, but to always stay close to them, especially when they were in a big city where there is a lot of people. So this is our first story, when Jesus was 12 years old and how he got lost in Jerusalem. And there are some wonderful lessons in the story for us. First of all, the important lesson of always making sure that when we are in a big place, or when we are outside with lots of crowds around us, that our father and mother must always know where we are. This is very important. But the wonderful lesson that we can also learn from this is that Jesus, at the age of 12, already knew almost every word that was written in the Bible. It is not too early for you and I to start reading our Bibles, to start learning the stories and the lessons that is written in this wonderful book. And so from today's lesson, let us take on the challenge. If we are 5 years old, 6 years old, or even 16 or 17 or 18 years old, let us take this lesson from Jesus' life and use the Bible as a book that we can read and learn from. May God bless you, and may God truly allow you to always act responsibly and carefully. Make sure that your parents know where you are. And may God also allow you to discover how wonderful and exciting the Bible is. Thank you for listening.